Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. It's Angela, the Traveling Crafter, and I am here with a fast, easy, could very well be a mass make project for you guys. I'm bringing my scoreboard over because we may need it. And this is in honor of my friend Hazel, who has a hashtag called Pick a Pocket, which isn't that cute. And Pick a Pocket is simply making something into a pocket and posting it on any social media. You can also showcase it on the Maker's Market. The link is in the description. A community spot for us to show our work, hang out with each other, buy and sell beautiful art and handmade goods or vintage items. And perfect place for you to post this. You can then tag somebody else. And I am going to be tagging my friend Mimi at Mimi's Keepsakes because I have not seen her for a while, and it's of no fault of hers. I'm sure she's been very busy doing videos, but I have been very, very busy in the month of May, June, and actually into July. I will be busy. So I don't get to watch videos like I would like to, and I apologize. I will catch up. Hopefully I'll get some windshield time in the car and I'll be able to do that. But at any rate, we're going to make these really easy, simple tags out of an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. Now, this is nothing earth-shattering. It's just a fun, easy thing. I'm sure somebody has probably done these, but here's how my brain works. It's been a while ago. On occasion, I have these little sessions, a little sesh, and I'll just sit down with a 12 by 12 or an 8.5 by 11, and I'll just start playing around with them and trying to create something. Now, is this necessarily something that's new? I doubt it. However, it is a good way to mentally get your brain working and kind of a reset if you're maybe in a slump or you just need to, clear your creative mind. So that's why I do it. And usually what happens is I play around, I make things, I use just, paper that has been misprinted or, scrap paper just to see what I can create. And then after I do that, I will create a template that goes into my template tote. So here is what this looks like if you, I know all of my things look difficult. They look like they're really complicated because of all these things I've got on here. But what I've learned about myself is that if I don't write it all down, sometimes I don't give myself the best directions. And then I'm like, how did I do that? But this one is pretty simple. You can make them either horizontally or vertically. And what I do is I create my template and then keep it so that I can use it in the future and be reminded. Mine is not pretty. It's not in a journal. It is simply things like this. And then I usually do a prototype. So I will probably stick like this one in there with it because then that shows me that I can use this both vertically and horizontally. Goodness gracious, that was a long explanation. So we're going to try this with two of my digitals that I have. And if you're wondering where you can find those digitals, you can get them on my Ko-fi site and on the Maker's Market. And both of those links are in the description. So probably the easiest way to do this, we'll make this one first, is just to, like say, imagine that your paper is like this. So you're just going to fold them in to each other, and you're going to want to make sure that just a little bit of that lip is covering each other. That's all there is to it. So we're going to do that first, and I'm just going to go like this and like this. And I'm making sure that that at least goes a little ways. Yes. Making sure it's kind of even-ish. So I hope you guys are all doing well. You'll be watching this quite a bit later, but today we are doing some preliminary setup at Demi's dad's house for the grad party. And we're doing a flower bar so they can make and take a bouquet of flowers with them. So I have to go pick those up today. And luckily, okay, now after you've done this and you know it's going to fold over, you're going to first fold these in. Now this is pretty heavy paper that I have. Am I getting that in? I'm having a hard time. And if you want it, I did not give you dimensions because you may want to use a different size paper. You certainly can. And mine actually is maybe a little bit shorter than, I'm cutting these off because this is pretty thick, is a little bit shorter than 8.5 by 11 because I had a little border I needed to take off. So it's not exactly perfect 8.5 by 11 size. All right, so that is going to create this. Now on a regular piece of paper, you can just fold those in and glue them down for a little more structure. And I did mine with, this is just, I mean, I could have, these are some practice ones that I was working on, so I didn't really worry about the fact that it was only one-sided and I wasn't going to print it two-sided. You could put something in there if you don't want that white. I don't mind it. All you're going to do is then fold this up to wherever you want it to go. All right? Pretty easy. So you're folding it up. Now what you're going to do is you're going to open it back up and we're going to cut just these score lines into each of those fold lines vertically. So we're going to, whoa. Now let me stop for a second. You can also, like on this one, I just folded this up and you could put a notch in here and have 2 pockets and then you're done. But because this is so thick, what I thought would be more fun would be to do something like a floating pocket and a wraparound floating pocket. I'm just going to give it a little extra. I feel like I need to do that on here too. I don't know why it's so hard for me to see today. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to glue this closed. So we just need a little bead of glue. Ooh, that didn't sound good. Right here, all the way down. And that then forms our pocket right here. Easy enough. Now what we're going to do with this is we're going to go ahead and fold this in half just like this. And we are going to punch our notch. Maybe. Holy cannoli. That really is. Oh no. Okay, it's going to get loud. Oh my gosh, it's stuck. No. I'm going to have to drop it on the ground. It is like literally stuck in there. Oh, I felt something release. Hang on. Oh my gosh, I've never had this happen before. Please don't break. There we go. Well, I guess I may be doing some editing, and if not, I apologize ahead of time. Now, let me tell you why I did this way. Because what we're going to do is we're going to pull this up, and we're going to wrap this around the back. So we will have a double pocket. And what I did is made sure that I already had, let's do this so you can see it. By punching both of those and almost annihilating my punch, I was able to make sure that this would go together when it came around and wrapped around the back. That's why we did it that way. All right, so you just fold it up, and now we're gonna fold this down, and we're gonna put a little bead of glue right here. And I'm gonna also put just a little bit of glue there. Ooh, did I get that? There we go. And a little bit there. And I'm putting it on this side because this obviously does not go through, you know, it's not covering it all the way. So, and there we have it. And now we have a two-sided floating pocket. Did I call this anything? I didn't call it anything on here. Cool, huh? Pretty cool, pretty cool. Now let's do one more. Let's do one the other way. And this one, I'll show you so you can see how I did both of them. But I really like the wraparound, wraparound pockets. And I like that these are a little bit wider. So you can fit some really cool, bigger tags and such in it. So I'm just going to use my bone folder because this paper is so thick. There we go. There we go. All right. I'm going to do that. I'm going to fold these down and cut them off. I am going to be traveling with Dave next week, and I have been, you guys know, hopefully by the time that you see this, it will all be done. My storage room will all be cleaned. All of my Maker's Market and live sale inventory will all be organized neat and tidy. But my thought was, when traveling, I probably don't need to be shopping for stuff because I have enough for live sales for quite some time. And in August, we have the big 170-mile yard sales. Okay, so what I could do, once again, is I could just fold it up like this. I can, do I dare? This still is not open. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try my tab punch and see if that works. But if I want to do it how I did the other one and wrap it around, which I do, then I will be cutting it apart. But let's go ahead and put a notch in there. Come on now. You got to work for me. Well, that one was wonderful. When I bought that tab thing, I was like, well, this is dumb. It's only one tab, but I found many a use for it. And what I mean by that is it's not like the fold over type of tab. So what you have to do is you have to fold over the piece of paper before you actually put it in your punch. Yeah, it took me a minute to figure that out, but I got it. Okay. Do we need to? I don't think we need to. I'm not going to distress it. I'm kind of anxious. I want to try, I was watching Julie at Camellia Craft Designs, and she was doing it, really simple project, but gosh, I'm like, why didn't I think of that? Okay, now you're going to fold it up, and you're going to fold it over, and it's going to come together, and you're going to glue it down. She just took envelopes, like kind of crappy envelopes that didn't, oh shoot, I forgot to do the bottom, that weren't up to her standard, if you will. And she closed them up, and she added some scrapbook paper on the top of it, made it into a pocket, and they were super cute. And so I was like, I need to just mass make a bunch of those because I have thousands. Okay, maybe I did need to ink it up a little bit. I have thousands of envelopes, which is ridiculous, and, you know, I've put them in bundles, I've put them in the kits that I've done, and I still have thousands of them. So no one can need that many envelopes. So I need to get rid of them. I thought, that's what I will do. I'm going to do just knock a little bit of that white off. See what a big piece of ephemera you can put in there? Isn't that lovely? Lovely. Oh, I have to show you this. I am so upset with myself. Do you see this? On the day that we did the tracing paper, carbon paper, whatever you want to call it, which I did learn that was probably from one of those pattern tracing paper kits, you know, where they had the little silver thing and you would trace the pattern. That's probably what that was from. That's why it was rolled up like that. I didn't realize that I put this in my scrap thing, and I didn't realize that I had that on the back, and I cut it up. So, bummer. All right, there we go. And that, my friends, is as easy as it is. Oh, I was going to make this one into a tag. Actually, I think I'm going to make this one into a tag. So, I'm going to leave that one like it is. So, yeah, don't do that. But I think I started to say, and I never finished my sentence. Shocker. Luckily, I have uploaded everything for the week while I'll be ahead so that I don't have to worry about anything during graduation. And I'm so happy because it takes me a long time. And then I'm like, It's not my favorite thing to do. I don't mind it. It's just not my favorite thing to do when I know I could be doing something else. And it's a good thing I did because it is morning and the internet is out. And Landon had a work at home day, which he needs the internet. And come to find out, CenturyLink, our provider for internet, had a flood in their office. And so it's out like pretty much everywhere. So he went into the office. I'm like, oh, thank goodness I did all of my uploading yesterday or I would have been panicking. So there we have it. That's all there is to it. Now on this one, I might do a Euro punch just to say it's finished. And then I can decorate them. And what I'm going to do for now is put all the ones that I'm not, all of them but one, into my finish it up bin. And then I will be ready to rock and roll. So friends, that is it for today. I thank you for watching and hanging out with me. And I hope that you check out both Hazel at Hazel Naka Design. Go and subscribe, as well as Mimi at Mimi's Keepsakes. And follow along and see what they're up to for the hashtag Pick a Pocket. We'll talk to you next time. And until then, remember to take time for you to just be. We'll see you soon. Cheers.